Drip, we're here. We're here, man.
And if I seem a bit agitated, yes.
Oh, I'm not agitated at all. I'm feeling great. Well, I'm not going to talk about sports right off the bat. Don't make me do that. We're going to talk about Nintendo.
Go birds, fly birds, Eagles.
Let's
go Philly.
What are we talking about tonight, Drip?
The Taylor Swifts
No.
versus the Eagles all night, right?
What are we talking about? No.
We're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and the games we're going to see in its first year and at launch.
That's right. Indeed,
we're also
we
talking
are.
about the fact that I'm going to New York.
New York. If we weren't monetized, if we were, I'm sorry, if we were, we are now. That's what I'm trying to say. Because we're monetized now, we can't play that song. 'Cause we'll lose all $5 that we're gonna make tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Monetized, baby. Let's go.
There is so much happening right now. I pressed the wrong button. Tonight's the night of pressing the wrong buttons. Lots of stuff to talk about tonight, guys. And in the pre-show, oh wait, I gotta be in the pre-show. There we are, in the pre-show. Drip's going to New York. I might be going to New York because Drip, you won that ticket lottery, which is insanity.
I did. I'm going to New York. I get to touch the Switch 2. I get to touch the Switch 2.
You do get to touch the Switch 2.
3 days after they tell us what it can do.
Mm-hmm. We hit 1K. Congratulations, hooray.
We did.
Yay. We have the little thing to do that is a few weeks overdue. That rhymed.
We have to do that.
We'll do that as well. And the pre-show when more people get here. And we have a couple giveaway things to do tonight, guys. Giveaways.
Yes,
We're giving away.
giveaways.
We're going to give away 3 copies of a game.
Now listen, don't get too excited, but it's free. It's free.
It's free. We're going to give away some game codes for Nintendo Switch. It's called Tap Wizard 2. It's a Nintendo Switch indie title. The developer reached out to me and Drip, actually. Him and I were like, wait, you got a code? I got a code. You get a code? You get a...
Yeah, so we ended up with a pile of codes. So we got give them away.
Yeah, we got 3 codes to give away for you guys tonight. So one's going to be given away in the chat for the live stream. And then 2 are going to be given away in the Discord. And we'll talk about those codes during the podcast portion of the show. But during the pre-show portion, obviously, the stream's just getting 1 tonight. How we doing tonight, guys? How we doing? Power Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to see you. Good to have you, my friend. There we go. If you're in the chat, say something. Say hi. Make sure we know you're alive. Make everything's working correctly. That's a concern.
It looks to be live. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks
I was a little concerned about how it went on there. Something was not right. I don't know. It's still not right.
What do you mean?
No +1 Drip. Okay, so I looked into the +1 thing. We're gonna talk about this
in the show,
in the actual show more, but I couldn't take Jeeb even if I had a +1. I mean, the person that my girlfriend who's coming with me can't even go in. I can't take anybody unless they are a member of my family plan, is the way I read it. And I would have had to have told them that one of those people were gonna be there with me anyway.
Thanks, Aaron. No problems. Appreciate you coming through to the stream. And just FYI, if you're still here, we're giving away a code tonight. So if you can be here in the stream, you have a copy, or you have a chance to win a copy tonight in the stream. And then we're going to give away some copies when we start recording the episodes. And you can listen to that on the Apple Podcast, wherever you listen as well. But just FYI, we're giving some stuff out tonight. So stick around, guys. Stick around. What's up, Ty? How you doing, man? Philip, how you doing? Love to see the crew. We're building a new crew here. The new regulars. Good to see.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. Love to see the new faces come and stay. Love it.
Yes, for pre-order and how much for the Switch 2? I imagine is what you're talking about, Ty.
400. It's 400.
Yeah, I mean 400 is
400.
Nintendo has to know. My guess is this. I heard that the original Switch cost Nintendo $250 to build, and they sold it for $300. My guess is this new Switch 2 is going to cost them about $300 to $350 to build. That's just a guesstimation. I have no factual information to back that up with, but I don't think it's going to cost Nintendo any more than $400 because the hardware, of course, they got to pay for development time and everything like that too, but the hardware itself can't be more than $300. You know what I mean? Like this hardware in the Switch, it's not going to be. It's going to be a PS4.
Yeah,
and the PS4 is old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think $400. As far as pre-order stuff, I feel like they're going to go. They should go live. I mean, the day after the direct, week, maybe that Friday. I mean, I don't think they're going to wait long to start. Like, I don't think Best Buy, all this, they're not going to wait long because, I mean, that was kind of the whole point of this entire thing is to make sure they have enough stock to where they can just send pre-orders and not have to worry about it.
Right. Yeah, we're saying 400.
Does that mean you can bring Samantha? Samantha's not in my family plan. I could bring
Narchu?
Hari. I could bring Narchu. I could bring Hero. Who else is my family plan? I could bring either one of my children, I guess.
But
my smaller children.
And we'll talk about more on the show. I'm still thinking about going anyway. Because my parents live about 2 hours from New York. It's a drive, but it's fine. It's an easy drive. Well, it's not an easy drive to New York. It's never an easy drive to New York because it's the East Coast. But it's a drive. It's not crazy far. So if I get my ass down to my parents' house, fly maybe from Chicago to Philly. I don't know. But either way, go from Philly to New York is not a problem. So I mean, I could just hang out with you for the day, and then go back home. Like it'd be like. I wouldn't say a waste of time for me, but it's definitely going to be it's going to be like 85% driving, 10% having fun, but it'll be worth it for the content, for the memories.
Man, there's tons of questions. So
many questions tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Keep
save these. This well, we're not going to do an after show probably tonight. This is going to be a long one.
Depends.
So
it depends on how it goes.
I think the direct rumor for February is real. I don't see why it couldn't be. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't see why it couldn't be.
I'm hearing,
especially if they're not going to have the Switch 2 out until June, July. That's a lot of time that they're just not going to be selling games. So, or not have anything new to keep going with the Switch. And I don't think they're just going to fall off the wagon with the Switch now. You know what I mean? I think they're still going to support it and put games out for it right up until, and maybe even after. There still could be games that are meant for the Switch that will just also play on Switch too. So I think we'll get a direct.
Matthew says, love the show. Thanks, man.
Hey,
Animal Crossing. Do you think we'll get a new Animal Crossing? I want to talk about that tonight.
You are in the right place tonight, because that's exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about. The games are coming to the Switch too tonight.
Yeah. So you'll find out soon enough.
And Ty wants more details and stuff. Yeah, us too, of course. But I think that's going to happen at that.
That'll happen April 2nd for sure.
April Direct, yeah.
April 2nd.
So we got plenty of time. They're not going to drop any information before then. That's what.
So
April is
April
for.
2nd is the Direct, and then I go to New York. I have the Saturday, which is the 5th.
Man.
So yeah.
I can't believe you got a ticket.
I can't either, dude. It's great. We'll talk about it in the show.
It's crazy you got a ticket.
It's nuts.
It's completely random.
I know, it's crazy.
It reminds me of Marvel Snap, like the Snap in the episode, the movie before Endgame. You know, where Thanos snaps the fingers, and Infinity War, where some people, disappear and some people don't. Like you're just one of the lucky ones who disappeared.
I stayed.
I disappeared. Or whatever, however you want
to
phrase the
I didn't
thing.
disappear.
You
guys disappeared.
We all disappeared. No, honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, which is worse? Which is worse, disappearing or staying? God, that was a terrible Earth at that point.
Spoilers, when he came back from disappearing, it was like he never left. It's like he just kind of pops right back in, right where you left off. So, I don't know. That's a good question. Would anybody out there be willing to like disappear for 6 years and then come back?
5 years.
It was 5. I was close.
5 years.
Just disappear for 5 years and come back. Like, wait, it's 2025 right now. Just go to sleep, and when you wake up tomorrow, it'll be 2030. Nothing changes for you.
Yeah, that's the year it was when the Snap, when they came back in Marvel timeline. It's actually 2025. So everything in Marvel is ahead in an actual like years. Like the new movies we see now aren't based now. They're 5 years from right now.
Well, are they doing? Do they plan to catch themselves back up here? Because we're here now. I mean. Have they been smart about catching up?
No, the 2025 was when everybody came back from the Snap in Marvel.
All right, anyway, let's talk.
So they're in like 2020, 2029? I don't know. Yeah, it's weird.
You can say as long as you want, Aaron. No problem. My dog. That's my dog. That's that inky sound effect I made from on Twitch. Guys, if you've not liked the stream already, please like the stream. It helps us out. And speaking of helping us out, we have officially hit 1K subscribers on YouTube. And to celebrate that, we're giving away a game code in the stream tonight. And we're going to get that done. I'm going to give away the code in the after show. We'll have it, even if we go long, we'll have a very short after show just to give away the code. But I want you guys to tell you how we're going to give this code away tonight. You guys see? I'm gonna make this full screen actually for myself so I can explain this better. Okay, so behind me, my logo's not here. Where's my logo? Where is it? Where is it? Come back. There it is. Okay, so behind me, guys, is this Zelda Switch. Or not Switch. Oh, my games are gonna fall over. Oh, they stayed upright. Okay, perfect.
Using that as a
it's a wedge. It just works. Okay, so this Wii U here behind
bookend.
This Wii U has been turned on. The system itself is actually right here in front of me. I can't show you that. But I've had this Wii U, this Panda Edition Wii U. It's been on behind me in the set forever. Since I bought the thing. It's just been like a part of the set. And I've had this thing turned on to Minish Cap for the better part. Actually, I should say this. It's been turned on for every podcast for the past 2 years. And particularly the past year. Last year, Drip and I had checked the time. And do you remember the time, Drip? I'm not going to say it, but do you remember the time?
I do not remember the time.
I don't remember the exact time, but I do know to the 100th hour what the time was in Minish Cap.
It was like
last time we
300
checked.
hours or something like that.
I didn't
maybe.
want you to say that because I don't want people to give people
Was that
any
right?
ideas. I don't want you to say anything. The game has been on. You're right. The game has been on for 300 hours. You're gonna give it away. Last year.
Oh, come on, we're not trying to make it too hard for him. We want him to win.
That's your. So anyway, we're giving away a code to a game. The game is called what, Drip? Tap Wizard 2 on the Switch.
Tap Wizard 2.
It looks like a Vampire Survivors type game, which I know is a big favorite of a lot of people.
It looks like you cast spells. The spells keep you get attacked by a bunch of stuff, and you're moving around the screen casting spells. It's a fun little like 8-bit looking game. It looks cool. I watched the trailer. It looks cool. We got a bunch of codes for it. We're gonna give them to you guys.
Right.
Joey Pitts, what's
this
up?
is how we're giving away the copy of the game. In the after show, which is probably not gonna be a long one tonight, I'm gonna check the hours of Minish Cap. So
how many hours
it's been on. And to give you a reference again, every show we've done on this channel, this thing has been running Minish Cap. Also, I stream on Twitch. So all my Twitch streams, any video I've recorded where these lights are on, this thing has been on. It's a lot of time. So I want you guys to start putting some guesses in the chat tonight. Not now, but in the after show. I'm going to ask you guys. So I need you to stick around to the after show. I'm going to need you to type me a time. And I'm going to check, and whoever gets closest, we're not doing the over or under thing. Whoever gets closest is going to win the copy of the game. Also, we're going to give away 2 more copies. That's going to be on the Discord side of things. And either way, to receive your code, you're going to need to be in our Discord. So I'm going to send you the code via Discord DMs. So get in our Discord. If there's a mod in the chat, please put that Discord link in the chat. Otherwise, it's in our description down below. Check out the description. But yeah, we're giving away 1 code tonight in stream and then 2 more in our Discord server. So we're going to talk about that quickly in the show as well, the regular show.
Sick.
Yeah. Giving stuff away. Things.
Yeah. Love it.
Did I mention everything? Okay, I think I did.
I think so. It's 8:15.
You want to roll?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, guys, also, tell us tonight what games you think are coming to the Switch 2 or games that you want coming to the Switch 2. That's something we're going to need for the show.
Yeah, I'll remind you when we're live to do that as well.
Cool. Let's get this show started and like the stream.
Yeah, leave a like on the stream.
You ready, Drip?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Music.
Yeah. What's up, Joey Pitts? All right. To the strip. Welcome everyone to the Drip G Podcast. I am your host, Uncle Jeep, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. Record this podcast live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. You can also catch this podcast members only. If you want to become a member of this podcast, get extra podcast content every single month. Links in the description. This month, we're doing it on February 3rd, guys. That's the official date. It's a Monday night. February 3rd, we are doing the members podcast for January. I know it's in February. Scheduling conflicts. It's okay though.
Fine. It's fine.
It's a live show we do for members only, and it stays up for members as well. If you can't make it live, it stays up for you guys. I don't know what we're talking about though, Drip. So probably still on Switch 2 related.
Oh, I have no idea. But you get all the old ones too with that.
Exactly.
Don't forget that.
All the old ones. We also have a couple. We have a couple videos for reviewing Echoes of Wisdom. That's what we did. Reviewed Echoes of Wisdom. That review remains for members only right now. Whenever Drip and I can't do a show, I think is when we're going to drop. We're going to release those double episodes.
I like it. Yeah, they've stayed members for the period of time they needed to stay members, right?
Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to cut those two together and make it one big episode. And whenever we can't do a show, I'm going to make that, put that up for everybody else. But for now, there's no plans for us taking a break. This is Switch 2 time, baby.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a while. So if you guys want to check out that review before next year, you might want to check out the show, the Members Podcast. But anyway, Drew, how you doing this week, man?
Dude, I'm great. You want to know why?
Why is that?
Because I found out yesterday that I'm going to the Big Apple, to New York City.
New York. I don't know the words to the song, though. It's really, really cool.
And if
Drip's going to New York. Drip got his ticket. He won the lottery,
yes,
guys.
I did. I won the lottery. I get to go touch the Switch too. So I'm
insane.
Like crazy excited about that. Like
in our circles, as far as I know, I think I know one person that's going to Dallas. I think Mike Odyssey. I think he's going to Dallas. I think, and Beat 'em Ups is going to New York, and that's all. That's all I know. Everybody else got snubbed.
Yeah, no, I don't know anybody else who got it.
You beat out Jeff freaking Keighley, dude.
Jeff
Keighley's not going.
Jeff, start putting more Nintendo shit at your shows. I guess you gotta really try to sweeten the pot for him. They're not gonna let you in.
Dude, he probably wants Nintendo things. There's nothing Nintendo that be put in the show.
That's probably why they were like, "No, you can't come see our Switch either." Like, no, we're not putting our stuff at your show, and we're not letting you touch the Switch. Dude, okay, I'm pumped. Yeah, I'm pumped. Like, obviously, it was a random draw. It's not like, they like pick people in general. Like, oh yes, this person's coming. No, it's random. I completely forgot about it until yesterday, and I was driving up to Pittsburgh, and I usually like put long YouTube videos on to like listen to, and it was early. And it was like 8 a.m. I was like, oh, Spawn Wave. I'll just listen to the video game news. And he happened to be talking about it. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, that's right. I was like, Nintendo sent me like 3 emails yesterday. Like, they do send emails, but not that many. And I looked, and it was like, congratulations. I was like, holy shit. It's like, what? But yeah, I go... I'm in Group D on Saturday, so 1:45 to 2:45. So if anybody's going to be in New York around that time, and you see me, definitely come say hello. Well, I would love that.
And I might be coming to say hello because I didn't get a ticket.
Oh yeah, Angie might come. He can't go in.
I didn't get a ticket. I can't go in. They're gonna, escort me off the premises if I try to sneak my ass in.
We'll Discord call, so you can be like right outside, and I'll just like do a Discord call, so you have a camera and you can just pretend you're inside.
Yeah, but I can hang out with your guests you're bringing along. Your public now, your girlfriend. Yeah. I can hang out with your girlfriend in New York while you're being a nerd with a Switch, and then when you get out of your event, which probably will only be like an hour, right?
I don't even know if I'll be in there that long. That's the thing,
right?
The hour I have, but my guess is that there's like an event thing, but there's no events yet. But my guess is this is going to be hands-on. I'm going to be playing at least a game, right? My guess is it's that demo. Mario Kart game.
You'll probably get your 5 minutes. It probably won't be 15. Yeah. There's too many people.
And I'm sure it's going to be like guided. There's going to be a person standing there showing me all the features. But I got my little GoPro. I'm just going to get one of those little chest attachments so I can just have a GoPro right here.
Yeah.
And have that footage, and then maybe I don't know. We'll see what's up. But I can't bring anybody with me, so I gotta be interesting about how I film all of this.
Right.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll put like one on my hat, one here. I'll just do different angles.
Complete nerd, yeah.
And I'll send them. See, no, you can't go. You have to be home. You have to be home at the computer ready for this footage.
That is true. I do gotta
to you.
I do need footage. I do need to get footage up. But I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can pass the opportunity to like at least be
That's
there.
fair. It's fair. I'll put it in the drive. You can do it when you get home. It's fine.
I might not. It might not be feasible. I'm not saying I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, either way,
if it's feasible, then I definitely want to get my ass over to New York because you're only going to be in there for max an hour, and other than that, there's opportunities for us to like go to the Nintendo store and other thing. Maybe there'll be more displays in the Nintendo store. Who knows what's going to be happening in New York?
Right?
That day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to hit up. I don't know if it's at the Nintendo store or buy it or it looks like it's in the same area.
I hope it's not
but
in
that's
the store.
I'm gonna
because I want to go in the store that day. If I go, it's going to be.
I don't think it's in. I don't think
store.
it's in the store. I think it's somewhere near the store, but not in.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I'm going to film the whole thing in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll have that up on my channel. We're going to be covering it on the podcast heavily. And then I'm going to go into the Nintendo store. I've never been to the Nintendo store in New York. I've been there. I've been in New York like 3 times, and I've like, my plan was to go, and I just never ended up getting in there. But I'm going this time. Obviously, this trip is specifically for Nintendo purposes only, so I'm definitely going to go. Probably spend a bunch of money I shouldn't spend, and we'll do a little haul video of all the things I buy that I don't need.
So yeah,
plushies,
I mean,
50 plushies.
We're gonna be talking about the Switch 2 games tonight. We should have probably started with that. We didn't, but yeah, we're talking about Switch 2 games tonight. As far as like what we can possibly see on release day of this console, what we're gonna see throughout the year, what third-party games, what first-party games, all that stuff tonight. We're gonna talk about. But there's another couple things we want to do before we do that. Of course, Drip's going to the trip. That's cool. Other thing is, we finally hit on YouTube our goal that we were trying to do for 4 years now. We finally hit 1K. And let me tell you something. I am thankful. We could not have done this without all of you guys for supporting us over the past few years, and especially on the day of. I woke up on this weekend. I forget what day it was Sunday or Saturday. I woke up, I think it was Saturday. I woke up with us being at 990, and I'm like, man, we're so damn close. And I just kind of threw my phone on the ground. Like I broke my new phone. I was like, bah! We
shattered it into a million pieces.
We need to do it today. We're so close. I can taste it. There's no reason why we couldn't get 10 subs in one day. And I asked on Twitter, I asked in Discord, I asked the community, guys, if you can help us out, share it around, whatever you can do to help us out. Subscribe on multiple other accounts if you have multiple accounts, which I know a few people did, and I appreciate that. We blew past it. We're actually at one as of tonight. On Wednesday, we're actually at 111, so 1,011 subscribers. So we've blown past it. Thank you guys so much for that. It's of course it means we're fully
for real. Thank you.
It means we can make our pennies now in ad revenue per video.
Hey, but it's cool.
No, it's necessary because if we ever do get bigger and stuff, then that money becomes more significant, and that money means better things for you guys. So it means that we can continue doing this for longer and make it better for you guys. So it's all good stuff. So yeah,
we're gonna start doing the clips and stuff too, making actual video, short video. So if you don't have time to watch the full episode and you see one of those, like you're getting very good parts of the podcast in those. So make sure you check those out too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo,
hey, Joey Pitts. I put that up there. See if anybody would do it tonight, and I'm gonna honor what I said. Joey Pitts gives us a super chat. Thank you very much, Joey Pitts. Third-party games that you want for Switch 2. Oh, that's a whole segment.
5 third-party games.
5. Oh, well, that's a whole segment, Joey Pitts. So we're going to do that during the segment if you don't mind. But we've already planned on doing that. But we will absolutely answer and shout you out when we get to that portion. Thank you so much, Joey Pitts. We appreciate that. For the super chat. So Drip's going to New York. We hit 1K finally. It's a great week. I want to talk with you guys about a giveaway we're doing. Now, during the pre-show, I mentioned to the stream that the stream can win. The stream's going to be able to win tonight by guessing the amount of playtime that Minish Cap has been running on that Wii U back there. Now, just a reminder.
For 2 years. Every podcast.
Reminder, it's been running for 2 years.
Streams.
For 2 years, basically. So yeah,
not all the time, just a few hours.
Well, there's been
twice, 3 times a week.
Don't get me wrong. There's been a few times, more than a few times, where I've left it running overnight because it's quiet. The Wii U's silent. And I don't notice it. It's black. It blends in with all my shit here, and the screen gets pretty dim back there when I just forgot about it. So there's been multiple times where it's been running past that. But anyway, that's how the stream's gonna win tonight, and we'll get to that in the after show for the stream. But for you guys listening at home or watching on YouTube, we're gonna give you guys a chance. Next Wednesday, we're gonna reveal a winner on the show. But to enter to win the codes, for those of you listening to our show or watching YouTube, all you have to do is be a member of a Discord server. Just be a member of our Discord server. I will go through all the members in Discord, and I will do a randomizer and pick one name, and that name will be the winner. So if you're just get in our Discord server, bonus points if you follow us on Twitter. If you follow us on Instagram, we have an Instagram, and I post every thumbnail that we do on Instagram, and not much else.
Yes, lots of riveting content over there, definitely.
But yeah, follow us over there as well. This is bonus points. But the real way you enter is to be in our Discord server and interact with the community. That's the best way you can do that. So, and we're giving away, the game is going to be called Tap Wizard 2, and the great people over at Ultimate Games SA. I'm not sure if that's an entire name, or Ultimate Games, I'll call them. Send over the codes to give away to you guys. Not sponsored, nothing like that. Just the kindness of their hearts giving codes away to you guys, and the kindness for me not to sell them on the internet. So you guys, no, I'm just joking.
Oh, no.
They gave us the codes for you guys, so you guys can thank them, and you can thank us, whoever you want to thank. Mainly thank them because they gave the codes.
Yeah.
Be in our Discord server. Win a code. Oh, I didn't mention the game. Did I mention the game?
Yeah,
Tap Wizard 2. Tap Wizard 2. It's like I haven't played it yet, but it reminds me. It's a new game. Oh my God,
my camera went out.
It reminds me. Actually, I think it releases tomorrow. It's a game that has not been released yet. The game releases tomorrow, so that's fun. Drippy told me no, the camera's back on. But yeah, that's fun. We're giving stuff away tonight too. That's gonna be great. And two more people are gonna win next in Discord. Drip, is your camera is doing that thing where it overheats again?
Yeah.
I think you're trying to fix it right now. Is that right?
That's correct.
Wait, I know you're fixing it. I don't want to distract you from fixing it, but can you just it's just funny hearing your voice like this.
No, I'm good. I'm
okay.
here. I'm here.
Can you just pretend?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a little bit of time to cool off there. I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Yeah, just put the black screen up. It's a good screen. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
It's okay.
It's so finicky, man. It does it sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. It's just getting old. It's getting old. The old Sony's got to be replaced here soon, but it'll be all right.
The old Sony.
Yeah.
Any other things we got to go over? There's a lot of stuff to go over tonight before we actually get to the episode.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Games.
Nintendo Switch 2 games, guys. Of course, the chat, make sure to drop your suggestions of what you think's coming first party, what you think is coming this year, third party, and what you want to see come. Just lay us all in the live chat if you're listening live. Just lay it all first in the live chat. We'll get to your, we'll read those as we go off tonight. So Drip and I need some help thinking some games. But I do have a very small list here. Where do you want to start with this, Drip?
I mean, I think the one we should probably start with, that's the easiest one. I'm sorry. I think it's a given. It's Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime 4.
That's a 2025 game. I don't know if that's like a launch game, but I mean, that's an easy one. That's a given. I think Metroid Prime 4, we are getting in 2025, guaranteed. I think it's a Switch 2 and Switch 1 game.
I know it is. Like Nintendo's not going to roll back.
But is it a Switch 1 game that just runs better on Switch 2, or is it a Switch 2 game that you could also get a Switch 1 version of?
That's a good question. Honestly, if I had to guess here, I would say that it runs. Well, we saw a trailer, right? We already saw a trailer. You know what I mean? Like we saw that trailer already, and that looked like a very similar experience to what the remastered of Metroid Prime.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Metroid
I mean,
Prime
you
1.
can tell when you go back and look at details and stuff that it's definitely better, but it's very close to that.
Yeah. So I don't even. It's gonna sound like a negative thing. Like, oh, is it just gonna be a Switch 1 game that looks better on the Switch 2, or is it gonna be like downgraded because it's? We already know what it looks like on Switch. We've seen it on Switch. They showed us
damn good.
The gameplay. It looks
either way,
fantastic.
It looks awesome.
1080p 60 FPS, just like Metroid Prime 1. It looks amazing. Yeah. I think the better question here is how much better is it gonna look on the Switch 2, because we already know it's going to be amazing on Switch 1. If I had to guess, Drip, I'm going to say it looks very similar to what it does on the Switch 1, like the trailer we already saw. And that's not a bad thing because it's going to be high resolution. Like, we're probably gonna play Metroid Prime 4.
And I'm sure the frame rate's going to be
4K.
much more stable and higher.
Yeah, and Metroid Prime 1 didn't have problems with frame rates, but of course there were certain times, of course, like most games.
But no, I mean, overall, what they did, the Metroid Prime 1 remake was beautiful, like in all ways. It was really, really well done. I mean, that's basically what you're going to get with Prime 4, even if it is a Switch 1 game that comes to Switch 2 and just runs better. I mean, that's another thing too. I don't know what they're going to do before we get into like specific games. I think that's a little thing we should probably just touch on here. Like, what are they going to do with these games that are like, oh, you know, we have, like, are we going to get a Breath of the Wild definitive edition that costs $70 with all the DLC? Or are they just going to say, here's Breath of the Wild and it runs better and it's got all these upgrades and it's a download like a pack, you know, for $10? Like, which way are they going to go? Or is it just going to be something where it's like your Switch is just going to recognize that we have done upgrades to this and it will download what it needs and it will play the better version? There's 3 options there. Where do you think they're going to go?
I think ideally we see it like both. And when I say both, I mean a $70 game, you know, in its entirety, you can purchase on Switch 2. Okay. Or you can bring over your cartridge or digital copy from Switch 1 to the Switch 2 that you already paid $60 for and pay a $10 upgrade to get to basically unlock it on the Switch 2. And that's what I mean by both. I think that's like the best scenario, I think, is where you can buy it outright in Switch 2 for, you know, Breath of the Wild Remastered, or you can
if you own the game,
you own the game already. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can do the upgrade, like Sony's done.
Yeah,
I'm back on camera, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, like Sony does it. I mean, and before we get into specific games, one more scenario with all that. Do they try to incorporate this with Switch Online? And like, oh, you get the free upgrade if you have Switch Online, because that is quite enticing if they do that.
I think, of course, I want to say yes, but like, let's try to take our bias out of it if we can. Like,
yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that.
Legitimate thing? I don't think it's something they're going to do.
Okay, okay.
Especially if they do a $10 upgrade thing, they're just going to want people to pay $10. They're not going to want people to.
But they do the same thing with like the DLC though. That's where I'm like, maybe they will, because like that's DLC, $20, $30, $40, like that's expensive DLC, but they just include it. It's in there. And I know it's not like anything brand new.
That happened later though. Like, let's use Breath of the Wild as an example. That Breath of the Wild DLC was $30, and it was $30 for a long time until like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Where they were like, hey.
Well, they included 3 of the DLCs immediately, right? Wasn't the Animal Crossing one that was like, as soon as it's out, it's also like they did it as soon as they did the expansion pack. They
like,
added.
That wasn't like, I'm not trying to downplay Animal Crossing. Don't get me wrong here, but that wasn't Breath of the Wild DLC. That was just like
it was Happy Home Paradise. That's a whole nother game.
Look, I'm looking at price though, so like it wasn't, because Breath of the Wild was $30 DLC if I'm not mistaken. Just a little,
I don't remember.
Valued a little bit, or is it 20? I think it was 30.
No, I think each one was 20. There were 2.
Well, no, Happy Home Paradise DLC was 25.
Okay. And yeah, the Breath of the Wild ones, I think there were 2, right? And I think one was 20 and the other was 20.
Is that what it was? Was it 220s?
I think. God, it was so long ago. I can't even remember.
Well, I hate Drip. You know, there is a way for us to know. Unlike the Communication Error podcast, who there is no way to know for them. For us, there is a way to know this kind of thing. It's called Google. And Google just brought this up.
They don't have that over on the Communication Error podcast? They don't have Google?
So
they're living in the Stone Age, aren't they? They're wild over there.
I brought this up on Google, and Google tells me, I'm on Nintendo's website now, that for both DLCs, DLC Pack 1 and DLC Pack 2, you can buy today for $19.99. So it's less than
you can get both for $20. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, again, so we're talking about a $10 upgrade if you have the game.
That hurts my argument, to be clear.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm saying, though, is if they did that, I see them putting these DLCs in there, and I know they want online subscribers. They want that. They want people to subscribe to that. They want the revenue, the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's guaranteed yearly revenue that's just coming in. So, I mean, maybe they do it in a way, if they do it, which I don't even know if they will. But if they do, I mean, maybe it's if you own the game and you are a subscriber to Nintendo Switch Online, then you are automatically upgraded for just the games that you own. It's not like you just get the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just get the upgrade if you have it. which is a perk. That's not like a huge thing. That's not them giving away games, really. It's just really, it's another incentive. I think that would be.
Well, it's not. I think that's a different conversation. All like how Nintendo Switch Online is going to evolve, but it's a monthly fee. It's a yearly fee right now. If I had to guess, guys,
it's going up.
Switch 2 is either going to go up in price or they're going to be like, hey, it's $9.99 a month.
I don't think it's going to go that hard, but it's going to be more.
I think I think there's a more than 0% possibility, a higher than 0% possibility that Nintendo goes, we don't want to raise the price that much, but we also don't want to shock people with like a $120 a year subscription. Like Sony, when you get to the top tier subscription, it's like $170, $160 a year.
I know, I pay it.
And Nintendo's not going to be like, yo, for one person, we probably going to need to charge like $150 for one person a year. But instead of just doing that, let's go down to $9.99 a month. And it looks better for the consumer because
it does. So then it's what, $120 a year, and then if you do a year, you call it $99.
And then if you get the family plan, you're looking at more like $15.
Yeah, price is
whatever the price.
We're deep in the woods on price. I don't even care about that. I'm just wondering if they're going to do that.
I think it matters to the conversation here because it all depends. Like it all depends on how they change the subscription model, price wise, monthly to yearly wise. Is how, because Nintendo would have no problem giving you a $10 upgrade charge for free, quote unquote, if you already pay for a subscription. Whereas unless that subscription was like $80 a year, and that's like, oh well, we'd rather just take the $10 from you guys, so we're not going to include that. It really does make a big difference. So the answer to your question is, Drip, is I don't really know, but it depends on how they structure their online, paying model.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I hope they do, because obviously, like, we're Nintendo Switch Online members and probably own most of the games that they're going to do. Okay, so just out of that, we'll get away from that part. The new games, the franchises that we're waiting for new games. Let's just talk year one.
Year one.
Doesn't have to be launch, but let's talk year one. And everybody in the chat, if you guys want to throw in your games now, too.
Yeah, we'll take a look now.
We'll look at that too. Okay, year one. I think at this point, Metroid Prime 4, we went over that one, and I would say this is a given as well. We're gonna go ahead and get this one out there and get it out of the way so we can move on. I don't want to stay on this. Mario Kart 9, yeah.
Clearly,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we saw that game already.
I have a very strong feeling that's the one I'll be playing when I go to New York.
Very strong
feeling.
I have something to announce. I have a source. I don't want to name my sources. Their name may not be or may be Nintendo. I don't want to give away that. That might be too big of a clue there, but my source is Nintendo.
God, okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
Yeah.
What's the procedure?
Yeah. My source may or may not be named Nintendo, and the source is telling me that the game's coming out this year for sure. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Breaking
news.
I know.
Right here.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Mm-hmm. We're leakers. It's fine.
Leakers.
Okay, so those two games out of the way. I think those are both probably year one.
What was the first one?
We're going to get those.
Metroid Prime 4, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll start with this one here. Joey says Donkey Kong Country or 3D Donkey Kong game. We're due.
We are
due for a Donkey Kong game for sure. We just got a Donkey Kong game, but it's a re-release of a remake of that game's been. That doesn't count. That's a filler.
Can I say we are due for a lot of games? I think going from top to bottom here.
Donkey Kong is the last Donkey Kong game was Tropical Freeze, and it came out on the Wii U.
Donkey Kong actually might have it as far as like more necessary to come out quickly.
Well, now that we've seen a Mario Kart,
the 3D Mario, okay,
3D Mario,
but
Odyssey was the last one.
I'll tell you what, Drip. I'll tell you what. Mario fans are typically Donkey Kong fans, and Donkey Kong fans are typically Mario fans. And I don't think if you put out a Mario 3D game before Donkey Kong, that Donkey Kong fans are going to be outraged about it. Okay, I think you're good, but if you put out a Donkey Kong game before you put out a 3D Mario game, I know one person in particular that might lose his shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
His name may or may not be Janibo.
Yeah, he'll flip.
He'll
lose his
lose,
fucking
and
shit.
people like
Actually,
him.
I hope that happens just so he does lose his shit.
People like him will lose their minds if the Donkey Kong game comes out year one before a 3D Mario game.
Okay, here okay. I think 3D Mario is the holiday game. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I think 3D Mario is going to be the holiday game. I think we're gonna get probably, and this could be wrong, but I think the Mario Kart game is going to be the release game. I think that's what they're going to go with for release. And I think there's probably going to be like maybe one or two other support games, like first party. And we'll get to the third party stuff, but I think the third party stuff is going to be very surprising at launch. We'll get into that later. Yeah. But I think that's going to really surprise some people as far as like what we're going to get just year one, year two for third party stuff. That's going to be insane. Yeah. But I think the launch game is going to be the Mario Kart. I think that's why they're showing it now. I think we'll get a ton of information on that. Maybe sooner than the second. We could see maybe some, if we do get a direct, they could possibly show some of that footage at a direct in February just to give us an idea of like what we could see with that game.
Yeah, there are rumors, there are rumors that there's a February direct and it's going to be
especially if
Switch
it is
1
the launch game
and Switch 2 games.
Well, think about this. If it is the launch game and we get to see it, like actually see it in February, we usually see a 6-month lead up to Nintendo and their big titles, like when they really start pushing. So February to March to April to May to June, July, August. I mean, we're right there. We're right there. I mean, if you count this month as us seeing it, you know, the hype starts to build now. So we're around 5-6 months out of when we may be seeing the Switch 2 anyway. I don't want to get deep on that. So I think Mario, 3D Mario, whatever that is, that's the holiday game. I think we see that the second.
And that's obviously that's first year. We're talking holiday 2025 this year. So yeah,
yes, I mean, I think that's the holiday game this year for sure. I think that's the big holiday seller.
We'll see Mario Kart. We'll see that like in a summer direct. You know, we'll see a Mario game.
I think we'll see it,
or like late summer, like if there's an August or September
I don't think so.
direct.
I think we see that the second.
It released the second what?
April 2nd.
A 3D Mario?
Yeah.
No.
If they're showing games, yeah, I bet we do.
I guarantee you they don't.
This is it, dude. This is the hype. This is the hype.
Calm down. If it's what you're saying it is, which I kind of like, I like that theory that it's a holiday game. They're not going to spill the beans in February. They will, or even April. They're not going to do. No. They'll be their games are coming out this year, Drip. More than just 3D Mario. I think.
Okay, no.
I think we can
I'm
expect
not at the February direct. You're right. Yeah. I'm not saying at the February direct they'll show
April,
that.
Maybe.
Yeah, April is when they will.
I'm saying maybe. Not. I don't think it's at all a foregone conclusion. I think if there's like at least 4 first-party titles coming out this year. Don't you agree with that number? Somewhere in that ballpark of like at least
more.
4? Right. I'm saying at least. And
yeah.
I would say we're probably going to see like 4 games, maybe 5, whenever between February and April, those directs, if there's a February direct at all, that is. By April, we'll know like 4 games. And they're not.
I think there almost has to be a direct. I don't know what they're going to show at a February direct. I don't even want to. Let's count that out for now. Let's just talk about April 2nd and on. Because that's what we know.
We're not.
Let's go
with
what we
seeing
know.
The Christmas game in April. We're not doing that. We're not seeing that because
I think we are.
Because directs are back now. We've had a hiatus of directs. They're back now, and they need to save stuff for directs. They don't want to spill the. They don't want to.
Okay.
Because Drip, hold on. Because the April Switch 2 direct is going to be about the Switch 2. There's so much more we need to learn about the Switch 2, unless it's going to be a 2-hour event. On direct,
which is a good point. That's a good point because we don't know for sure that they're showing any games.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
They will, but we don't know, and we don't. And when I say they will, I think guarantee we're going to see games running on the system. Maybe just Mario Kart. There's a possibility.
Well, dude, that's where we saw Mario Odyssey first. Anyway, is whenever they showed the system like that, it was on. Right. That's where we learned about it. So, I mean, they are doing that They're showing us they're doing that same strategy
right
again.
So
it's a little bit different timeline, but it's the same strategy. So.
I want to get back to the games and not the Switch 2, but I want to say this too.
Yeah,
you would have mentioned you basically were guaranteeing it. We're going to see Mario Odyssey or Mario Odyssey 2, whatever you want to call it, the next 3D Mario. Yeah. We're going to see that in April. I think
we do.
I even talking with you now more I think it's not coming, because Switch 2 April Direct is going to be hardware focused, and it will show. It's not that we're not going to see the game or any games at all.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I think
We will see that game, whatever it's going to be,
a 3D Mario game,
in whatever sense they want to show it on screen.
Sure, and
it's going to be shown
in a B-roll trailer. Yeah, I think that's
or on the screen. Yeah, I think we are seeing that, and that's my opinion. I think that's definitely the holiday game, because we don't have a Zelda.
We're having a difference in opinion of like what we mean by see
how they're going to show it. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
I agree with you that we might just see it, but I'm talking about a name,
because I'm trying to remember
while we technically have quote seen Mario Kart 9, we don't know what its name is. We know absolutely nothing about it. We've seen about 25 seconds of cropped in footage of it running on a fake system in
looks damn
software.
good though. Looks damn good.
So while we have technically seen Mario Kart 9, that's not even the name of it. I guarantee it's not the name of it. So
I feel like they're gonna reset it. Like it's just gonna be Mario Kart, then word, like some title.
We're gonna have a whole
drop the number. It's done.
Next week
we are too far in.
Next week or soon after, we're doing a Mario Kart episode.
Yeah, we can do that next week. We need to focus in on. Maybe that'll be the members one on Monday.
Yeah, it'll be like a precursor. And then Wednesday we'll go into...
Cool. All right, good idea. Glad we talked about that live. Okay.
Yeah.
So besides Mario Kart, I think we'll get off the Switch. I think we're going to see a lot on the 2nd of April. I think we're going to see a lot. Whether they show us actual games, trailers, give us trailers for stuff, we're going to see a lot on the screen. We're going to see some stuff. The one thing we don't have, that's kind of where I want to go now. The one thing we know we're not getting in year one is a new mainline Zelda game.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no way.
We're not. That's not happening.
Sorry, guys, but it's not happening.
We will get something Zelda, but it's 2025. I'm allowed to talk about this, so fuck you. I'm talking about it. I think, here's my opinion. If we get this February Direct, I think one of those games that they're like, we're still making games for the Switch too. See? I think one of those is Wind Waker for sure.
Yeah,
and we get it.
I put it up on screen here. Brandon White said that
March,
earlier.
March, April, May-ish. Maybe May, just because it'll be like in that area of like we're waiting for the Switch 2, but we know. I think we're getting one of those games, and it's not going to be a Switch 2 game. Obviously, it will play on the Switch 2, but it will be a Switch game. I think it's going to be one of the very last ones. I think it's going to be Wind Waker specifically.
Whenever we see Wind Waker or Twilight Princess, if at all, on Switch, I think it's going to be a Switch game that runs
not a Switch.
That you can purchase on Switch 2 if you have that, or if it's the only thing you have. For sure,
I agree.
It's purchasable on Switch 2, but whenever it comes out, it's going to be during like a Nintendo Switch Direct, if they still have those. And or it's going to be one of those games where it's like, this is not a 4K title. This is a 1080p upscale of an already 1080p upscale.
Well, I mean, we know
those are 720p upscales.
We know how much time we have left at this point for Switch Directs. I mean, if we don't get our normal February Direct, I mean, they may do something in March. I don't know, but I mean, April, like we're moved on now. They'll say, "Oh yeah, play this will be a Switch 1 too." Like it's cross, whatever. If they're gonna do that, but like it's happening in February, probably maybe early March, or it's not happening.
Yeah, I think
so. But I think that's where they show the whatever Zelda game is for this year. I think it's still a Switch 1 game. I don't think this is a God bless America.
You don't think it's a what?
Damn camera went out again. All right, yeah, go full screen. I'll let it cool. I don't know why it's doing that today. I do think though. I think that whatever Zelda we get this year, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see a Switch 2 Zelda title until 2026. I think Wind Waker is going to be our one game for the year.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm way good with that. I don't care, especially if we get it like sometime soon. But I just want to kind of present something to you, because I know we've talked about this in the Switch 2's life, or the Switch 1's life, a lot, about the Wii U ports. And we're always like, well, there's just a few that they have it. And then it's like that number keeps dwindling. And we are now down to like Zelda.
Xenoblade was a big one, and they announced that a few months back.
It's like that's done now. So we have the 2 Zelda games and Star Fox, and Star Fox probably ain't coming.
Right.
So I mean, if it's gonna happen like this, it makes a lot of sense for that last little bit of run, because we're seeing those games come out now. You know what I mean? Xenoblade's in March, right? That's when it comes out.
Unless we get a GameCube added to Switch Online, and then when
It
we
won't. We're not
Twilight
getting that.
Princess come out on that service, and the dream.
I'm telling you right now,
and the dream
I don't
that
think we
everybody
will
has
see
had,
that.
and you're off camera because you're dead. The dream that everybody has had for like 2-3 years now, that when Twilight Princess are coming, they're coming. I think they're coming. I think they're coming. It's literally, I'm just so tired of hearing Drip or anyone else say, I think they're coming blank. They're not. They're not coming. At this point, I said it last year that, when the deadline passed. They're not coming. Hey, guess what? Switch 2's out. Jeep, just Switch 2's out. They can come then. They're not coming. They're not.
Okay, whatever. I don't care what you say.
Hold on. They're not coming. And the reason they're not coming is not because they're not going to be playable. It's because the Switch 2 is going to show us GameCube. We're due for GameCube now. We got Game Boy Advance. What's after Game Boy Advance? GameCube. The GameCube. Actually, Game Boy Advance was after the GameCube. Is that right? Isn't that right?
Dude, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
We can still have those versions of the game on Nintendo Online and get the actual versions.
We can.
We got
They've done
Mario
that before.
64 and we got Mario 64
right.
on
but Drip,
we can have,
is it going to happen? When's it going to happen? When is
February.
it gonna happen?
If we get a direct, it'll happen then.
And then when it doesn't happen in February, what month are you gonna make up next?
It will be at the Switch 2 release.
and then after that, when it doesn't come out, when are you gonna make up
June? June direct, baby. And then if it's not there, September.
I'm joking,
go.
but you get what I'm saying, right? Because everyone keeps coming up with a new date for it. And it's been, and then the date comes and passes, and it's wrong, and then they come up with a new one later, and it's not coming. It was supposed to come 3 years ago.
Remember how wrong you were like 2 weeks ago about the Switch 2?
I was very wrong about the Switch 2.
You're going to be just as wrong about this.
I can't wait to be wrong. I can't wait to be wrong about it. I want to play those games on the Switch hardware. But it's
me too.
I'm telling you, it's not happening. I was wrong.
It is.
Hey, guys, at least I didn't sell you fake information and act like I have sources or something. Ooh.
No, you clearly don't have sources. You were dead wrong.
Damn right I was dead wrong.
Honestly, okay. The Zelda, I don't think okay, back to the point. I don't think we're getting a Zelda on the Switch 2 in 2025. I think we're probably going to get a Zelda for Switch, and I think it's probably going to be Wind Waker. That's my guess. I know you don't agree with me, but I feel pretty strongly that that's the route they're going to go. Just seeing Xenoblade now, like everything we get now is a re-release. Like Xenoblade, Donkey Kong, that's where they're going. I feel like it's happening.
Hey, so before we move on, I want to talk about. I'm going to get to some of these suggestions here from our live chat.
Okay.
While we're on the topic of like games that could come out for Switch 2 / this year, Brendan White here says, of course, when I would tell the princess, no.
Yes, not Twilight Princess. I think Twilight Princess is going to get an actual remake. I think they're going to go all the way with that one, and that's me as a fan hoping and trying to will it into existence.
Joey
completely.
Pitts,
But
Joey Pitts says GTA. He says 5. Was that a misprint or did you mean?
Oh
5?
yeah, no, GTA 5. I mean, we don't have GTA 5 on the Switch, so I mean.
Yeah, I think that's a really good. That's actually an excellent. People have not been talking about GTA 5. They're only talking about GTA 6. So
6, yeah.
Yeah, GTA 5. Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. Joey.
Why not?
And
why wouldn't Rockstar just throw it on there?
Yeah, Madden or NCAA or both. It'll probably be both if it's one of them. But yeah, Madden / college football, NCAA. Yeah, for sure.
Those ones I'm not sure about, man. I mean, I want to talk more about this stuff when we do third party, but
yeah.
I'm really not sure about EA and Nintendo still. I just don't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Dune: The Dark Ages. We'll talk about that one in a little bit too. I agree.
I got another
with that one
from Power Matt, who, by the way, resubscribed as a member of their show. Thank you so much, Power Matt. You'll February 3rd. That's the day we're gonna have our next members podcast. Power Matt says, "I put money on seeing Mario Tennis." Interesting.
That is interesting.
Is that really going to be one of the first games?
I think
this year?
camera's back. Cool. I think a sports game, a Nintendo, some type of sports game is more than likely. More than likely. I don't know about tennis. Maybe. It's possible. But I think a Mario sports game of some sort will probably be there. Another one I think we're going to get that we don't even know about yet, and this is the fun one. Okay, so we get this every Nintendo system, really. You know what I mean? So like, it's like a Wii Sports, like what they used to be like the pack-in games to kind of show off, like it or not, 1-2 Switch was that game for the Switch.
Good
it wasn't
Lord.
a pack-in game.
Good
It was
Lord.
one.
1, 2,
There's
3
going to
Switch, I'll
be
blow my
there's going to be
brains out.
one of those types of games at launch. That will be one of the support titles for Mario Kart 9. I guarantee it.
What if
But it'll
this-
show us
what if this-
how the little mouse stuff works and how all the other little weird bits and bobs and all the stuff we don't know about.
Dude,
and it'll be
think about it. Think about it. What if like Mario Tennis could be a fun one for the mouse, because you could smack the ball back on your table with the mouse, like, you know what I mean?
no, yeah. I mean, you could.
That could be a
I
good.
mean, you
that could be a
could.
good support title, I think. To
I don't know.
demonstrate the mouse.
I don't know. I don't think a sports title is coming out launch first year summer. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
like
the thoughts in my head is all.
like a July August type of game. I feel like that's a strong July game. A sports title.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a different sports. I'd like to see something they haven't done. Like we always get like the soccers, the golfs, the tennis. Like give me like snowboarding. Give me something weird. Give me skateboarding.
What's your
Give me,
game?
like-
What's your 64 game? 1080.
1080. 1080.
Why not?
Give me 1080. Give me a new 1080.
Why
Holy
not?
shit.
Why not?
That'd be crazy.
How crazy would that be, dude?
I would flip out for that. I'd flip out. That is something I would absolutely lose it over. That's like Turok type of shit.
I was gonna say it's.
Throwback.
I can't remember the game. The name of the
Yeah,
dinosaur game.
I flipped out over Turok too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Star Fox is due. Star Fox has just been a bomb though, man. Like bomb after bomb. Like they have not had a good game in a while. They keep trying to reinvent Star Fox 64, which is a mistake. Like they really need to try to like reinvent that. And I know
Like they
we've talked about
reinvented
this.
Zelda. It's it's time.
Well, okay, and we've talked about that before too with Star Fox specifically. Remember the Ubisoft game that they put Star Fox in?
Yes, I mean, that game wasn't bad, but it just wasn't good
Dude,
enough.
it was awesome.
Wasn't good
It
enough.
was so good. It was just repetitive. It was a Ubisoft game. It was find the tower, open the tower, do the stuff in the area, move to the next area, find it's what they do in every game. It's the Ubisoft formula.
Rinse, repeat.
But yeah. But I mean, the Star Fox storyline parts of that and the way that the ships moved and like going like that was cool. Like I know the Star Fox stuff's usually like an on rails type of thing. Like you could do it like that, more open planet type of stuff, like moving through the galaxy. I mean, clearly it runs on Switch. Ubisoft made it run on Switch fine.
And it's fun.
It worked great.
It was fun.
Yeah. What's the name of that?
I said Republic Commando. No, that's not it.
That's not it. That's a Star Wars game.
Don't remember.
Someone help us out in the chat. I can't remember either.
You know, it's not called Kid Icarus, which is another good
it is
suggestion
not.
from Philip here.
Yeah, we're due for Kid Icarus.
Hey, can I say something about Kid Icarus? Because I'm not sure if you played the game, any of the games ever. Have you?
No, I've never. That's
So-
not something I've been really super interested in. No.
I tried. I might be called a pirate if I say something like this, but one time a friend brought a copy over on 3DS and I popped it in my Steam Deck. I popped my cartridge of 3DS cartridge from a friend of mine's cartridge in my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Natively, of course, and played the game. And I gotta be honest with you. I think it's really fun. The problem is the control scheme on 3DS was. I get it. I get why it was fun for kids in the day to play with the touchscreens with a stylus. I get it was fun.
Yeah, okay,
novel,
but I saw somebody say the other day that the mouse. Look, you can finish in 1 second, but I want to touch on that. Somebody said the other day the mouse feature of the Switch would make those controls
and
work.
that is where you would lose me if they tried to do that again, because I tried it. Totally not a pirate on the Steam Deck, and it just didn't work. It didn't work for me. It just doesn't work. It works. Don't get me wrong. It functions. You can play. That's not what I mean by works. For me, I mean it doesn't work. It's not fun. I'd
it's not for you.
Sticks, please. That's why we have them. Can we just do that? But it,
Yeah.
that would make a lot of sense though, Drip. As much as if they give us the option to please just play with sticks, that'd be preferable. But I could see we're like, yeah, man, you can new Kid Icarus game.
Well, yeah,
you know,
okay.
bring out
and
the.
they did that.
They
did that.
Who
We
made
saw
that
them
game
do that.
from Nintendo? Who made that? Are they still alive? They still around?
It's a dude who made Smash, right?
I'm
It's his
not.
game,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know. I do. That's why I'm asking. But bring that. Whoever
Pretty
that,
sure it's
whoever that
his.
is out. Whoever
I think
that
he's
is.
the guy who did it, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm
Bring
pretty
that
sure
guy
it's
out on stage and be like, "Hey, guess what, bitches? Kid Icarus is back, and we're sliding around on the table playing because that would be fun for a second, and then I'll change my control scheme back to sticks. So, but
but they did it for us for Skyward Sword, so it's possible.
They did.
It's possible.
Another one here. Let's find another one. We got a good one here. Doom: The Dark Ages. Don't know what that is.
That's the new Doom game that they just announced.
Oh,
That's Microsoft stuff. We'll do third-party stuff in a
Yep.
second. I got one more that you have on our list here, and that was already asked in the chat earlier, so I do want to talk about that. Animal Crossing.
Ooh.
Now, that is
Man,
a very, I
this
think of
year?
the first party stuff for this year, possibly, I think that's the most interesting conversation because we saw what happens to Animal Crossing. Now, the Animal Crossing is a fine franchise.
Yep.
But what happened to Animal Crossing in 2020 was
Special.
absolutely insane.
I think a once in a lifetime gaming event. I don't think it's going to happen again.
I think it was I mean, yeah, the pandemic was part
A
of
once in a
what
lifetime
happened.
event.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, we were all playing it and I played it forever.
Yeah.
God, I did Halloween parties.
Dude,
Yearly
dude, I
for a
had
while.
600. So I didn't game a whole lot before I got the Switch. I did PC in my PC era in the 2010s. I the one game I played a whole lot of was Rocket League, and I put like 600 hours in that game in the span of like 5 years. And that's a lot for me. I'm not a huge gamer. The Switch got my Switch Lite because I couldn't buy a regular Switch because during the pandemic. Switch Lite, I put in shared with Abby. We're sharing the system. I put in 600 hours of Animal Crossing when I got it, like within a year.
Yeah.
Sharing it with Abby, who put in 1,000 herself. We had lots of time because of the pandemic, of course, like everybody else did.
Yeah.
That plays a factor. But just goes
Yeah.
to show you how much someone who'd never played Animal Crossing in his life before.
I was never
casually
into
put in 600 hours.
I
in a
was
year.
never into Animal Crossing. I'll tell you what got me really. I was already in before the lockdown and stuff. I was already in. The marketing got me in. Just the idea of what it was. But I do think they understand what that franchise is for them now. I think they understand that they completely they've made the base players for Animal Crossing a number I don't think they could have imagined it ever being at this point.
Right.
Because I can tell you this, you may be sick of Animal Crossing New Horizons, but you tell me you aren't going to hop directly on a new Animal Crossing game and put 600 more hours in it.
Immediately.
Same. I'm dying for it. I want it so fucking bad.
My only
taste it.
concern at this point is if I need two systems. I'll need two.
I want
Switch,
Animal. No,
I'll need
now,
two.
They
I'll
gotta
need two
fix
Switch
that
2s.
bullshit.
I'll need two Switch. No.
They have to fix that.
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying because Mrs. GB and I are going to be sharing one system together. She's going to want to play, and I'm going to want to play. But we can't play at the same time unless there's Animal Crossing multiplayer. But I do know what you're going to say, so go ahead and say it.
They've got to fix the one island per. They've got to fix that dumb shit. The one island per console stuff. That's stupid.
And the excuse it's the same excuse they use for Pokemon. Like, you don't want to lose your saves, man. It sucks. That's what the cloud is for.
Yeah, and you know why I lost my Animal Crossing save? Because of their stupid system. Yeah, that's why I lost it.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I hate it. I hate that system so much.
If it was 2004, it'd be groundbreaking. That feature where you can just transfer your save over from Game Boy
just
to Game Boy.
let it go to the cloud like everything else and
in
stop being
2025. Just the internet where it's always on the system. Just
I really don't want to do like a really crazy pissed off rant 2 weeks in a row. So we need to move off of this topic. Because
what do you mean? It's amazing
thing.
clippable content. What are you talking about?
I'm not going to. That's fucking stupid though. It's dumb. Sorry.
No, I'm
not. It
not.
is dumb.
No, go ahead.
I'm not.
Tell me I'm dumb. Come on.
It is dumb. It's dumb.
Tell me how.
I'm not. Quit poking. Quit poking. I'm not. I don't think they should do that. Yeah, the the stupid save things that they do with certain games, that's got to go. Like that has to stop. Their reasoning behind it is they do a lot of that stuff too. Just the random, like, oh, it's because of this reason. Like, yeah, that makes sense 10 years ago. That's a great idea. But there's a thing called the fucking internet. So sorry, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Maybe not do that. I don't know.
Let's talk about
that's got to change.
Third-party games now.
Third-party games, I think. Jeeb, I think this is going to be the thing that really sets the Switch 2 apart from the Switch 1. I think the third-party games year one are going to be absolutely insane. Like we got some decent stuff to the Switch, but there's a big difference in the Switch and the Switch 2. And that is 120 million units sold. That's the big difference. The Switch 2 has absolutely nothing to prove. The Switch 1 is standing there showing its big old muscle like, yeah, get some. And everyone is like, yeah, let me get some of that, please. I think third-party support's going to be crazy. Now, we've already seen lots of rumors about lots of people. We've seen Nintendo put up their own graphics to their investors about their partners, about who's going to be involved in this. One of the big ones in that graphic they showed at their investors meeting was Microsoft. I think that's one of the most interesting pieces of this entire third-party puzzle for the Switch 2.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Microsoft just straight up said the other day.
Yeah.
They want to continue to put more games out. Third party.
Yeah. I mean, they were specifically talking about Nintendo stuff too, and like just praising them.
Classic,
which I thought was
classic
very
Xbox contradicting themselves. It's very classic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to give them credit, to give Phil Spencer credit in this situation.
It's not him.
When they brought all this stuff to these other two, when they brought the 2 games to Switch and the 2 games to PlayStation, they said, that's it for now. They did say, like, that's it for now. We're just going to see, like, that doesn't mean anything. They did say that.
It's not Phil Spencer. It's not even Xbox. It's Microsoft. They're dropping. They're really messing up. Because if we learn, they are. They're screwing the Microsoft is the reason Xbox is still afloat because of its cash, and they're also the reason why it needs to be afloat in the first place and why it's not thriving. I believe that wholeheartedly. They're both the reason why Xbox is succeeding, and at the same time why it is failing mightily right now. Because Big Corp, all their concern is only about the bottom dollar, and not about the fan base, about the system, not about anything. It's about the bottom dollar, and what they're going to say. What they're going to say. Phil Spencer is the voice, the puppet for the higher ups who are making these decisions, and they're just going with the flow at this point. They're like, "What's making more money right now? Oh, we put more games out. That's helping us right now. So let's keep doing that."
Dude,
again.
I don't care. Like, good, because I'm not
complaining about it. I'm just
Game Pass anymore because I don't really do anything on Xbox. Like, good, bring your games over to a place where I can play them. Awesome. Yeah. Love that. Hey, I don't do PC.
I have a punchline joke here for you, second, Drip. It has something to do with this, not really, though. Hey, Drip.
Oh.
I heard a report that Microsoft might be interested in purchasing TikTok. Does that make does that make TikTok an Xbox?
Actually, that was good. I'm sorry I hit that button, but that's a good one.
I said that on Twitter, and I wanted to get it out on the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, everything's an Xbox. We know that. Everything is an Xbox, but that's good. Like, Microsoft, bring all your games to the Switch, too. Yeah. There's been a ton of games potentially leaked from Microsoft that are coming to the Switch, too. And I don't think it's just going to be Switch 2. It sounds like they're coming to PlayStation 2. They're just going to start bringing their games everywhere, which... We're not going to go into the Xbox side of that because that's not what kind of podcast
let's talk about COD. Microsoft's own game. They've already said it's coming to Switch.
Yeah, we know that one's coming. That's an easy one.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy because they said it already. They just didn't say it yet for Switch 2.
Whatever the next Call of Duty game is, I imagine there's already a Switch 2 version of that being worked on. And when do those come out? Like September, October? That's a holiday type thing, right?
They always do. They don't come out every year, do they? Call of Duty games? Or is it every other year?
I thought they do. There's like 10 different. Like 10 different Call of Duties. There's Black Ops. There's Modern Warfare. There, like, what? I don't even know all of them. There's 100 of them.
That's all that I know. I mean, Black
I mean,
Ops
I'm
Modern
pretty sure
Warfare.
they just go in like order and they just keep putting one out a year.
Well, I asked that because
Dude's a Monster would know. He plays the hell out of some of that. Octoberish. There we go. Thank you so much. Also, just everyone in the live stream right now, I do have this set up to redirect to his stream after this. So if you want to check his stuff out, make sure you stick around. We'll go right there after this. It's already set up. All you got to do is just not touch anything. You'll go there. So that's one. That's an easy one. I want that Indiana Jones game that's already going to PlayStation to come to Switch too. That looks awesome and has great reviews. I really want to check that out. I'd love to see that. And that one is actually coming to PlayStation this summer.
Yeah.
So that could be like that potentially could be maybe not right at release of the Switch 2, but very close.
Mm-hmm.
Like weeks after, who knows? I mean, that could be a game that's already there. When you get your Switch 2, you could just open the eShop and download that. That would be awesome.
What about like Hi-Fi Rush? I'm pretty sure that's coming to Switch 2 soon.
Yeah, I think a lot of those games, I think that's the big thing. I think once we get this Nintendo Direct Switch 2 thing in April, I think we're really going to start seeing like what we're going to get here. We're gonna see a lot more of that, but I think Microsoft is going to be one of these companies that is really heavily supporting the Switch 2, because I think they know at this point, like, yeah, we can sell our shit on PC and we do pretty good with that. We can sell, in our Microsoft store and we do pretty well with that. We can put them on Game Pass and we can do pretty damn well with that too. But if we put them on the Switch 2 and it does what the Switch 1 did, and we have it at 120 million of those out there as well, with our games right there to buy in their own eShop right there, that's a really good place for us to be. Goodbye, camera. We'll see you in a little bit. That's a really good place for them to be. And I really do think that this Switch, I think we're going to talk about that at the end here. I mean, they know. Microsoft knows. They're already doing it. They've already put games on the Switch. We know that. But the bigger one, the one that's like crazy to even think about going anywhere else but on an Xbox, it's Halo.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to go there next too.
Yeah,
Halo.
Like that's the one.
And not just like a new Halo. We're not seeing a new Halo for a few years, I don't think.
Yeah, well, they just restructured that entire team. They're doing new stuff. So yeah,
the Master Chief Collection that's been out for PC and Xbox for a few years now.
Yeah.
Not only is that coming to PlayStation, which is going to be sick, and that's where I'm buying it, is on PlayStation. But it's definitely going to be a Switch 2
You're
title.
Sony pony now. I can't believe you.
No, it's because Halo's not a multiplayer, not a
God, I wish I had a horse sound effect.
It is a multiplayer game. I didn't mean to say that. It's not a mobile game. Like, it's not a handheld game to me. Like FPS, I want to play on the TV, and I get, you could take it with you on the go. Yeah,
well, who knows? The Switch 2 might have 60 frames per second.
I have it on Steam already. I mean, I have my Steam Deck. I'll play it on my Steam Deck. So it's not because not because I'm a Sony pony. It's because I own the game already on Steam. If I want to take it on the go with me, I'll take it on the go with my Steam Deck. And I'm gonna buy it on PlayStation and get the best thing, because I make them for you. You don't make them. So
well, I need that. So when I call you a Sony pony, I can get a nay. Yeah, yes, I need that.
I'm not a Sony pony. It's just like
right. I'm not a Sony pony. I just do a Sony YouTube channel and review every game that comes out on it. No big deal.
I just put out a review this weekend. You guys should check it out. It's Doggoose, whatever the fuck. I don't remember the name. Honestly, I said it was a 5 out of 10 in the review. It's more like a 4 or 3. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't lying. I just thought about it some more after I put the video out. I'm like, man.
And if I seem a bit agitated, yeah.
I should have said that game's a 4. That game looks like shit. There's some really the comments on that video. There's only like 4 of them. We normally get a lot more comments than that, but the game's so bad nobody's watching it, and the comments are like, this game looks like a college dorm, or like if somebody in college made it for as a project. I'm like, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not wrong though, friend. Anyway, yes, PlayStation Corner. I don't have it linked in the podcast feed, but you can
we gotta link that one down there too for sure.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so but Halo, that's big.
It's big.
Imagine it sounds like from what the rumors are saying, and I mean a lot of this Microsoft I'm believing because we see like the history's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you hear what I just said?
There. No, what'd you say?
You said Halo, it's coming. It's big, and I was like, yeah, it's big. It's coming.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I
Okay, I didn't
immediately
hear that.
caught what
Good-
I said. Whoopsie.
Good one. Yeah, that one. I think that's crazy, but yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Some of the other big ones, and you guys can throw your guesses in there now. We'll start going over some of those.
Yep. Third parties.
Elden Ring. Yeah, third party stuff. Elden Ring.
Yes.
That's one we've heard a lot of, and we
Launch
that one.
title.
I mean,
Launch
Yeah.
title.
yeah, I think that might be one of the ones that launched
I
too.
think we could
that's
stamp
like
that in there.
Just everybody keeps saying that, and that's been like the thing.
It just makes
for
sense.
a while.
That game it's a great game for Steam Deck. It doesn't run great on it, but it just proves the point that it's a great mobile game. It's a great game to pick up and play.
Yeah, well, from what
I
I hear, I don't know. You know, that's not my area of expertise, but from what I hear, it's not like the most. It looks really great and runs really well, but it's like not the most like intense hardware game. You know what I mean?
It's not the most. It definitely takes some power. The Switch couldn't do it.
Yeah, but not.
But
yeah, well, yeah, of course.
It's not
but
crazy. Like the
it's
Steam,
not crazy. Yeah,
The Steam Deck can run it at like a okay resolution, handheld resolution at like 35 to 40 FPS. So
yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, then I think you're right there. What's the other one? The Final Fantasy remake and rebirth.
one of those. There's too many of those to count.
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
no way-
those
there's no way
ones
to know
have
how
been
many
talked
there
about. Ubisoft's probably going to throw a bunch of stuff on there. I mean, Ubisoft is a company who has done actual work on Nintendo properties.
Right.
We got what was the name of the one? The Mario plus Rabbids, both those games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're in. I mean, and they're the ones who got to use Star Fox too.
And I want to mention this before I forget, but this is not going to be this episode. In fact, this is going to be another episode in the future we have to cover. What games are going to be this episode is like what games are going to be playable, what are we playing, this blah blah. Generally, another episode we have to do, Drip. We probably should have talked about this tonight, but I didn't think about it till now. Games that are going to be ported, because as we know,
Oh, actually, we are. I have questions for you for that. We're getting to those soon.
okay, here we go.
Not quite ports, but I just want.
When
Ubisoft.
I say ports, I'm saying like because Nintendo already told us that most games will be mostly supported or whatever the wording was. So that means like that, but that means that it's up to these third party companies and
Right. All
developers.
right, we're doing
to-
it. We're doing it. That's fine. I want to do this now. I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. Okay.
All right.
I'm playing it on PlayStation 5.
You have been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
I
Right.
have me.
Yeah.
And I love it.
You love
Let me
it too,
tell
right?
you-
Do you love it?
I do.
It's good,
actually,
right?
it's
It's a good
really
game, right?
fucking good. Like
Yeah.
really fucking. I
Yeah.
actually just watched like
inclusive
over the
game.
New Year. Over the New Year and Christmas break, I watched all of the Harry Potter movies again.
Yeah.
So I really was like in it. And then, Christmas, New Year's sale was happening. I got Hogwarts Legacy for $17. Like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start. I've played about 4 to 5 hours ish. I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking love it. It's so good. Much
Wish
fun.
your camera was on for this.
Oh, hold on.
Is it working?
It probably will now. We can get it back up. 2 is too many to count for Sony or PlayStation Pony. Okay, I'm back. Okay, listen. Hogwarts Legacy is fucking awesome. That is so much fun, especially if you're into the whole Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
Like, God, it's good. It's so much fun. The story's great too. It really just reminds you of just like the beats of the movies and stuff. It's
Yeah.
very good. Anyway,
I like most
I'm
about it
playing
is
that.
it's inclusivity as well. It's very inclusive.
I do like that too. I like,
Because
I mean,
fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, fuck her. She's a piece of shit. Yeah,
That's right.
Yes, we'll go ahead and say that too. Yes, she's a piece of shit. Fuck her. Like, seriously. But I'm playing that on PlayStation 5, but I'm actually not playing it on PlayStation 5. I'm playing it on my PlayStation Portal. So
Yeah.
I am getting the handheld experience, and it looks fucking fabulous on the Portal.
I bet it does.
It looks great. So here's the thing. This is my big question. I want to know where your head is at on this. This game specifically, I think, is a good example because the Switch version of this really is stripped down. Like, it's still playable, it's still there, but like it's not open world. Like you have to go to certain
Open
points before you.
segments.
Yeah, you have to go to certain points and then wait for a load screen, then go into the area, right? Everywhere else, it's an open world. Obviously, it looks better. It's running way better. This is the perfect type of game for this question. Like, are we going to get an upgrade path that gives you the actual open world experience, the better frame rates, the better visuals? Are we going to get an upgrade path from third parties on the Switch 2 for some of these games, especially this one? This is one I think that needs it, like, really bad. Because I know that you can take your Switch 1 version of Hogwarts Legacy and put it in your Switch 2. We know that, and it will play. But, like, who the fuck wants to play that version of that game on this console? Like,
Yeah,
nobody.
That's a great question.
Nobody wants that.
Because the first party is an easier question to ask, of course. But third parties, here's the thing. It sounds like to me that I don't know, man, because there's two layers to this. The first layer is, are the games going to be moved over at all in a better way, period? Like, for example, like, what's an existing game? Hogwarts. Like, first of all, your Switch copy needs to run on the Switch 2. So they have to make sure that game can even run on the Switch 2 in the first place. Or is WB going to go, we're not going to work on this port at all. We're just going to sell it.
Who did the game? What's the name of the studio?
I don't know.
I know, but that's
I'm
like
not sure.
a studio inside Portkey Games.
Yeah.
That's who did it.
So do you know what I mean? Like the first hoop they got to jump through is, like, do they decide to just work on the Switch 1 version of it to make it run the Switch 2 at all, or just they go, let's just wipe our hands of the Switch 1 version of that because it was great that they got it on the system, but it's not good. And why would they try to make that not good version of try to work on the Switch 2 where they could just work on a whole new Switch 2 version and of course make you pay again for it? You wouldn't just. I don't think you would just get the Switch 2 version.
Let me ask you this because I don't
version.
know the answer. Is there any DLC for Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah,
there is.
I'm not sure what it is. I know that a lot of it's cosmetic, but yeah, I think there's some DLC.
Oh yeah, okay, but there's not like big story
I don't
parts.
believe
I know.
is.
Actually, one thing. No, I did see when I started the game, it told me whatever version that I had, I got an extra dungeon. Like in the beginning when I was getting all the stuff that I got extra with the game.
To my understanding, there is small with some DLC.
Okay, so there's nothing like massive.
But there's nothing like the Breath of the Wild DLC where it adds all new stuff.
So hear me out on this. Lots of games do this. Re-release the game with extra content.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that simple. I mean, as big as the Switch 2 is probably going to be,
it's called a
you
deluxe
could just
version, Drip.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm saying you could just you could put the DLC out for PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox, but then just release a Switch 2 version with that included and charge $70 for it. And it's all upgraded. Frame rates,
I think
open world, visuals,
I mean,
everything.
of course, I understand why we're bringing it up here in the show because we're trying to talk about things relating to this, but I think it's way too difficult to talk about, to guess, I mean, because it's a frustrating thing I keep saying, but it's going to depend on a lot of things, whether or not they just make a whole new Switch 2 game or just try to make the Switch 1 version work on the Switch 2 and sell a second version. Like, it's just too it's going to depend.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be
company
hit and miss
to company.
For sure. There's not going to be an across the board thing that happens that they're just going to, okay, this is how we're doing all of these.
I think people are searching for that, though. I think people are searching for an across the board answer.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. You can get that
first party. First party, there is one. The games are coming over.
Yeah, you'll get one. Yeah, you will probably get one with them. It's either not going to be moved at all.
Yeah. Or
it's going to be this way, I would imagine.
Yeah, but with Nintendo, with that little statement they put out in the video of the Switch 2 reveal, where they basically said in that reveal, it's going to be entirely up to third parties whether their games come over or not in the first place. So, it's not going to be the kind of thing where you can take your digital or physical copy of a third-party game, pop in your Switch 2, and guaranteed to work day one. It needs to be worked on. Like, there's going to be a patch. If you have a Switch 1 game that's third-party, they're going to try to play in your Switch 2. To my understanding, unless there's something else we don't know about the Switch 2, there's going to need to be a patch.
We've seen that before where there's a basically, and I don't remember what system it was, but it's basically like there's an emulator inside of the system to where you just put it in and it just turns into a Switch. It was the Wii, right?
Let me explain. So at least this is what I'll use, the example I'll use. The Wii to Wii U. In the Wii U's hardware, there is literally
the
chipsets that there's a Wii inside of it. There is a Wii with the actual chips from the Wii and whatever it was required for it.
There's a Wii inside
There's
of it?
a Wii inside of your
Who
Wii
put
U.
a Wii inside of it?
Nintendo did it. They
Get
put
your
a Wii in
out
there.
of my Wii U, will
No,
ya?
I like my Wii where it is.
God.
So when if you're one of the 13 people who had a Wii U, if you put a Wii game in there, you have to reboot the system to boot into the Wii mode, and that wasn't emulation. That, to my understanding, that was literally
Hardware.
There's hardware inside the Wii U. There's a Wii inside the Wii U, and you have to reboot into the Wii. And then when you want to go back to the Wii U, you got to reboot into the Wii U. That'll be interesting to see in the Switch 2. I can almost guarantee you 100% there's not enough room in there to put a Switch and a Switch 2. There's just not enough room.
No, I'm
For-
just wondering
for
how they're going to
hardware.
go about that. I
Yeah.
feel like it's going to be a lot simpler to just put the game in and it just work. Yeah, the DS to 3DS stuff is more like what I'm thinking. Because you could still put the DS games, they worked.
They did.
But you couldn't put the 3DS games in the DS.
They looked exactly and played exactly like they did in the DS.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But if there is an upgrade, there's got to be something there where it detects like, oh, it's this game. Hold on, there's an
See,
upgrade.
I guess I'm a little
We
bit
have
wrong.
no clue how they're going to do that.
I guess
we have no
every
clue.
game is not necessarily going to not work. Like every game actually should work if it works like the DS to 3DS. Right, you're right. You guys are right about that. It'll just look exactly like it did.
Yeah, but we don't want
before.
that. Yeah,
we don't want that. You're right.
We want it to at least smooth out frame rates that it can clearly do. You know what I mean? I don't care if it like visually upgrades it in some crazy way, which it could, because we're talking about DLSS and it could, but I think you have to actually do things in the development of the games and put things in there for DLSS to work in that, man. I'm not 100% sure.
So it is up to these third parties to get, if they want to take advantage of the Switch 2's hardware and not just play exactly like it did in the Switch original, they're going to have to put a patch out there for these games. And,
Okay,
whether they charge for those or not is TBD.
Yeah.
Maybe some will be free, maybe some won't. And that's the part where it gets really complicated in this kind of conversation.
I just feel like Hogwarts is one of those games where it's like it's clearly
I feel like
not even close to what the other ones are.
that game is going to be a free. If I had to guess, that one is going to be one where they're like, guys, we're actually excited to give you this game in a better way.
Yeah.
And it's not going to take that much. I don't think it'll be that much work because they already have stable builds for like a Steam Deck and stuff. Not that it's the same at all as the Switch 2.
Yeah, the
but
architecture's
But I don't know.
completely different,
I don't know.
think, but-
I don't know how that works exactly. Could they like use the methods they use for the Steam Deck?
You know who would know?
version?
Jeff Troidvania would
I
probably
feel
know
I
more
feel like
about this.
Hey Jeff, do you want to become a third member of our show just every week?
Yeah, can you just type everything? Give me like 4 paragraphs summarizing this
can
really
you
quick
just-
if you don't mind.
Can you just forget about your
While he's typing.
Podtroidvania and just come on our show permanently? Like we'll have
While
you.
he's typing, let him type. And then I want to talk about something we talked about a little bit earlier. The whole Madden, NCAA, just EA as a whole. EA has more than those games. Those are the ones I don't give a shit about Madden. But NCAA, give me that all day. On the Switch, oh, give me that all day. That'd be badass.
Nerd.
I'm more interested in EA's...
little boys play football all day long.
God, whatever. You're the one putting your Wii in everything. Stop it. I'm more interested. I don't really care about the sports game side of all that stuff. Like some of it's fine, whatever. I would like to play NCAA on the Switch. That'd be fun. Go Mountaineers. But I'm more interested in
It's okay, Jeff.
their
I'll
Star
talk.
Wars games. I'm more interested in Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor.
We're gonna get those. We're gonna get those.
That type of game.
Yeah, we're gonna get those.
I feel like if we're talking about ports that haven't come to the Switch, like those two specifically, like close to launch, if EA is going to support the Switch 2, that'd be the way to do it right there. Give us a double pack.
Yeah.
Give us the Jedi double pack.
I would love.
Be sick.
I think we're running out of time a little bit, so we're gonna move off of the third-party games and just kind of go up through our wrap-up portion, which is gonna be overall prediction for the Switch 2. And Drip, you had some things to say before we went live here. I just kind of want you to find that fire again, because you were basically like, this thing's gonna be a hit.
Okay, I said some of this last week,
Yeah.
and I've just looked into things, and obviously I'm keeping up with everything that's happening, everything that people are saying, everything I'm seeing online. And if you just look, and I said this a little bit last week, you look around the landscape of things right now, this is fucking perfect. Like, this is absolutely the perfect time for the Nintendo Switch 2 to come out and dominate. Reason number one, Xbox, PlayStation. Not really doing a whole lot. We're talking about a generation that has kind of been like good games. Yes, good games have come out. I'm not saying that there hasn't been good games. There's been lots of good games. But as a generation, it's kind of a dud as far as like how things have progressed, where things have gone, and kind of like the leap from one system to the next. I know we have the PS5 Pro now, and that is like starting to do some of the machine learning, upscaling and stuff like that. I see we're getting there, but dude, we're like deep at this point. And there's not a whole lot to be super excited about with either of those companies. There's just not. I mean, there's a few games here and there. Yeah, but at this point, most of those games are going to probably come to they're probably going to come to the Switch. Like, they're probably going to be on the Switch too anyway. Microsoft for sure. Yep. We're looking at stuff now where just today, there's been a bunch of information this week has come out that Sony has moved one of their CEOs out of his position. They used to have co-CEOs. One of them has been moved out of his position, and now they're starting to talk about putting their games on other platforms and stuff. I don't think we're only going to see Microsoft games on the Switch 2. I think we're going to see PlayStation games on the Switch 2 as well. Because we already have Horizon, the Lego game. It's already there. Go ahead.
I don't want to interrupt you. I want, but I so
Go ahead.
if I can cut this if I need to.
Yes.
So about that CEO leaving, Arlo did a big video about this. You can watch his video. It explains it in much greater detail than I'm going to explain.
Is it on his main channel or his second?
I don't know. One of them. You guys should follow both of them. He's great.
I follow both. I haven't watched either yet, but I'll check it out.
He basically puts the same videos on both. Just the topics are a little different. Anyway, Arlo talked about, I think it was Topic Arlo actually, because it was about Sony.
Okay.
Sony, did you know Sony had, I forget the exact number, don't quote me on the exact number, but I think it was about 13 live service games planned.
Yeah, I saw it. They dumped all of them.
At the same time, and your camera break. At the same time, Drip, they had 13 games in progress that were all live service games, and they canceled, what's the math? There only 4 remained from those 13. Right, yeah. They canceled. Well,
that's why you're looking at this leadership change.
That's why they made this. That's all I want to say.
They tried to jump into this live service bullshit and failed miserably at it. Like, sorry, you're not Fortnite. You're not Call of Duty. Like, you can't do this. I'm sorry. Right. Like, everybody needs. Like, I get it. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants that like cash cow. But like, it's really hard when you're.
It's crazy that they thought that like a handful was like what they were going to do. Like if they were to do 3 to 5 live stories at once. They talked
Concord up like it was going to be the next big thing, and that was died. Instantly.
Yeah. To try to do 3 or 5 at the same time is nuts. And they tried to do 13 at the same time. That's
they tried to turn everything into a live.
Why do you think that guy lost his position? It's not because he was, any other reason.
It's not like he lost his job. He just kind of was like put down a little bit the ladder. Like you don't get to make decisions like that anymore. He
was demoted because that was a terrible, terrible, terrible decision. Yeah. In the first place, there's still 3 or 4 in the works. And the worst part about this trip is Sony's going to be, we talk about there's no games. Sony's going to be without games for a little while longer because all those companies we thought there's big companies. The people who make Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man, the people who make, I don't know exactly, but there's a lot of those developers, that Sony developers, they had their hands tied working on these for the last couple of years, working on these stupid live service games that they finally canceled now. So they're only just, if they're on vacation and haven't gotten back yet, they're only just starting on their next projects that we're not going to see for a couple
some
more
of the stuff's
years.
Been in the works. So they do have some. I think they've got like Wolverine. And I know they're trying to do like a Venom game. They're trying to do spin-offs with that whole Marvel universe they're doing, which is good. That's going to be, that's it. Yeah. Is that Insomniac?
I rebuttal with this.
Is that Spider-Man?
Yes. I rebuttal with this strip. Can you guarantee me the quality is going to be there as if there wasn't this problem in the first place, that other people were busy with other projects?
I say with Insomniac, the Spider-Man games and everything they put out is fucking fire. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely carried the PlayStation 5 this entire generation.
Agreed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking Insomniac. I love what they've done with all 3 of those Spider-Man games.
They're sick.
But what I'm saying is, Spider-Man 2 did have some issues. Let's not ignore Spider-Man 2 had a lot of issues.
I can ignore them. It's damn good.
I ignored them too, and I thought it was damn good. But I ignored them, privately because I enjoyed the game. I didn't want to ruin my own experience.
Yeah. Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
But
Whatever. Yeah. What's the point?
The point is I'm using Spider-Man as my example. Is that that game should have been much cleaner. There was glitches, and I mean like straight. You haven't beat the game yet, right? So I mean, I
have not beat the game. No,
at this point,
I got to a certain point and then stopped. I got to right before I was gonna meet the real Venom.
I got 40 hours in the game, 50 hours in the game. At this point, I feel like I'm a little more qualified to speak on it than you are. And so in my 50 hours, I experienced lots of glitches, like things that should not happen with polished games. This game wasn't polished, and I'm not saying that was directly a result of these live service games being in production. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is they could have been avoided. And in this case, where they're splitting their teams up, or they're spending lots of resources and time on live service games, this could hurt their quality of games going forward because of these decisions they've made in the past.
I'm gonna try the camera here. We'll see what happens. Okay, but
come back, camera. Come back. Come back.
Yep, there it is. We're good.
We gotta wrap this show up.
Yeah, we'll finish tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna finish it with this. The point of me bringing all this stuff up about Sony, Microsoft, and where they're at, they're gonna put games on the Switch.
Yeah,
I think this. I honestly think just breaking down all this Mario Kart stuff that we have, looking at what we're getting, knowing what these shipping manifests had that they're putting in the Switch 2, knowing NVIDIA's involved in this. We know there's going to be upscaling. We've seen from a developer what is in this Switch 2 that was not in the Switch 1. This thing's going to be fucking awesome. And not only is it going to be awesome, you're right. It may not be a ROG Ally. It may not be Ally X. It may not be that. And I understand that. But you know what it is? It's available for the normies in fucking Walmart, in Target, and they know what it is. They know Nintendo. They know Mario. They know Zelda. They know Kirby. And I forgot to say this. I'm going to bring it up real quick, but keep talking. There's also going to be a Kirby game. I don't know what game. Year one. Garen fucking T.
Someone in the chat said that as well.
Yeah, meant to talk about that earlier. They know who these are. And they're going to see now, oh, shit. Halo is on Nintendo, so I can just buy that and play it on the TV and handheld. Plus I get Mario. Plus I get Zelda. Plus I get Kirby. I get Donkey Kong.
More than 2 hours battery life.
Yeah. Plus I get all
Less
this
than
stuff.
$500.
Oh, and wait. It looks good and runs good because I'm a normie and I don't give a fuck if it's 60 frames per second. As long as it doesn't look like total dog shit, I'm fine with it. Oh, it looks way better than the Switch. All the games are on it. Everything. It's not like a select few. All the third-party games are here. Everybody's going to buy this thing up. This is going to be, you mark my words. I said this last week. I'm fucking doubling down and doubling up. I don't think the Switch 2 is going to be a top 5 system. It may be the best-selling system of all time for every reason I just said. It's going to do everything that the Switch did and more. It's going to have everything the Switch was missing. It's going to have third-party support right out of the gate, super strong. The other companies are going to be down in the middle of their cycle. And you know what? It probably will die off a little bit when they get their new systems out. It did it did a little bit with the Switch, but then the Switch came right back. It probably will. But we're going to have all these games on the Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be out. Normies are going to know what it is. Kids are going to want it because it's going to play the Zeldas, all the bullshit, and it's accessible for everyone, no matter what age you are. It doesn't matter. And this is really going to be the I'm a system for everybody type of system because it is going to have the frame rates. It is going to have the visuals, but it's also going to have your Joy-Cons, and it's also going to have your little Kirby and your dumb little Nintendo does this thing and it's fun, and we got Labo and cardboard and this and that, but we also got Call of Duty. And we also got Halo. But we've also got Zelda. We've also got Mario. We literally have it all. We've got Assassin's Creed, all that new game that's coming out. Yeah, we're getting that too. Like, if it goes that way, we don't know for sure, but it looks like that's the way this is going to go. This is going to be the best system, like the best-selling system of all time. I think easy.
One question before we go, Drip, and go to the after show to hang out with the stream. One question for you.
Okay.
Will it be an Xbox?
It will 100% be an Xbox.
That's going to wrap up tonight's show, guys. If you're in the stream, don't go anywhere. We have a giveaway. Somebody's going to win a game tonight. We're giving away a game, a code of a game. So you're going to play it tonight if you want. So stick around in the chat. Those of you listening on audio feeds, you're going to win too. All you got to do to enter is be in our Discord. We'll announce the winner next week. 2 winners. So we'll pick 2 people from our Discord server. Get in our Discord server if you're not already there. Link is in the description of this podcast. Be there or be square. Sorry we didn't get to everybody's suggestions and stuff in that live chat. There was a lot of them, and Drip and I were yelling too much. To get to all
sorry.
of them. It's okay. It's fine. It was good stuff tonight. So we're gonna go give away this game. We'll tell you in the stream. We'll tell you to do that again. If you missed it, we'll tell you to do that in a second. But again, you have 2 more entries to win. Just be in our Discord server. Love you guys. Catch you guys later. See you next week.
Later.
Alrighty then. Chat. Here's the intro music. It's fun. It's popping. What's up?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. You play that. Play that. Hit the button, Drip. Hit the after show music button, Drip. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. It's the after show. Welcome. Guess what I'm gonna go get? Explain to people how they can win, Drip.
All right, here's what we're doing. We got a code for a game. The game is some wizard game. It's an 8-bit looking game. It looks pretty interesting, honestly. Something Wizard 2.
Back in the paint.
Here's how you're gonna win. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this this Nintendo Wii U you see on the screen right now. This Nintendo Wii U, for 2 years, every single episode of our podcast has been in the background of Jeeb sat there playing the main title screen for Zelda the Minish Cap. This has also been behind him while he streams, playing that same title screen.
Twitch.tv/UncleG.
So you're talking about 2 years. We'll say maybe an average of about twice a week. Maybe we'll go 1.5 times a week as an average over 2 years.
An average, yeah.
Okay. Either way,
it's been on a lot.
It's been on a lot. So we're talking about an amount of hours. He can go in to the system right now and look how many hours he has played the Minish Cap.
The daily log?
So whoever gets the closest in the chat right now for the 2 years, the total is going to win the code.
It's not, you can go over, but I'll tell you one thing. Don't go too high, but I haven't seen the time yet.
No, over under doesn't matter. Whoever is the closest gets it.
Where do I see this information?
So there's only one entry right now. So right now, Joey has won the game.
Where do I even see this? I don't know.
I don't know. It's your Nintendo Wii U. It's your Wii.
Somebody tell me.
Figure out your own Wii.
Somebody tell me how to do this.
Listen, I'm really just sick of you talking about you've been talking about your Wii all night.
I love my Wii. It's daily log is not right. I gotta Google this. We gotta Google this. How to, and by the way, guys, you can only have one entry. Don't be typing a lot of numbers in. I can see. I'll see. How to check.
All right, we've got a couple here. We've got good ones. Cedric, here's a name I haven't seen in a while. How you doing? 420 hours, you pothead. 265, 222, 365.
I gotta go to YouTube to figure this out. I thought it'd be straightforward how to figure this out. How to check Wii U game play time. YouTube, tell me how. Various console.
New Kirby game. Yeah, listen, there's going to be a new Kirby game. I know we're taking guesses right now.
We're not doing this if we didn't figure this out. I need help. I need help figuring this out. You think it'd be straightforward, but it's the Wii U.
You did it last year.
Daily. I think the only option is daily log, but I can see daily, but I want to see all time.
Kyle says 129 hours.
this
Got
month.
fiber internet today. I saw you guys talk. I was driving a lot today. I was up at my
we might need
my
to do-
lady friend's
we
house
might-
in
we might need to
Pittsburgh.
do
I was
math-
driving a lot today.
math.
I saw you guys talking about internet speeds. Oh, what's your up? What's your down, Megavoid?
Oh man, we're gonna have to do some math because I'm getting a month by month.
All right, do math. Pull up a calculator. I got this. You do your math. We'll talk
Yep.
over here. Chilling here, gaming on my Switch before work. Oh, good to see you. Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now. What's the highest one? I'm wondering what the highest one. 365 hours is the highest number right now. Joey,
I wanna say something so
EA
bad.
Star Wars games. I'd love to see EA Battlefront games come over to the. Yeah, man, Battlefront 2 was good. Battlefront 2 was a lot of fun. You know what I really liked about Battlefront 2, honestly? More than playing the multiplayer, which I know was the game. I really enjoyed the story of Battlefront 2. Like
Yeah.
the campaign. I really, really liked that, where they talked about Project Cinder and all that stuff, because that's Star Wars canon. Like Project Cinder and the Emperor and it, like the his plan after he died, like that's all canon. Oh my God, I love that. I thought that was really good. That's the only reason I played the game, because I wanted that piece of canon. I loved it. Those type of multiplayer games like that, I suck at. I'm just not good, especially then.
You know what, Drew? It's less than I thought. But am I including 2023? I'm not. I'm just doing 2024.
24 and yeah. Wait, whoa. Are we going for just this past year or the past 2 years?
No. I'm saying it's been on for 2 years. But we were going. The last time I checked was last year. Is what I was saying. You want me to go 2 years? I can go 2 years if you want.
No, I think these look pretty much appropriate for. No, they don't. These are not appropriate guesses for 1 year.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm giving exact. I'm gonna do a timer now. Timer. We're gonna do a. Oh, Drip, your
Camera's out again. Sorry, I don't know why this keeps happening. I need to really look into this and what's causing it to overheat. It is warm down here.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 1 minute timer. Starting now. You guys have this much longer to get your submissions in. This is for the entire year of 2024. Your number is your number. How long do you think? How many hours? Give me the exact hours. I have the math. How many hours do you think? Drip? You there?
I have no idea. I couldn't even begin to guess. These types of things are like, huh? I don't have a guess.
No guess?
No, I have the code
Did
already.
I show it
I'm
on
giving
screen?
the code away.
Did I show the number on screen for a second? I don't know if I did. I hope I didn't.
No, I don't think you did. Nobody saw it.
I forgot.
Nobody
I
say it anyway.
just switched over to the screen. Whatever. Okay. 15 seconds left. 15 seconds. Get your guesses in. The closest number is going to be the correct answer.
Yeah, Joey, it was good. It was a really good campaign. I really liked the main character. I really liked her. I liked the Switch. I know there was some people who bitched about it. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
God, that's loud. Holy shit.
Like, I'd really like to see them do like a Battlefront. I don't think they're going to because of all the bullshit that happened with Battlefront 2, but I'd love to see another one.
All right, that is over. No more hours.
All right, I tried
Man.
to take the camera back on so we can get the end
Drip,
here.
earlier you had said that last year when we checked it was at 300 hours.
About 300, yeah. I got
You
camera
were
back.
correct. If I remember correctly, it was about 360 hours, something like that, last year. So all these guesses, y'all wrong, man.
Did you hear me? Camera's back on.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Y'all wrong. You guys didn't take that hint that Drip gave you earlier. Because last year it was 360 hours. And I can see the first one here, Joey Pitts, 365. That would have been correct last year. But we've had an entire year after that of podcast streams. This is a number that is less than I thought it was going to be.
Can I take a guess?
Yeah, of course.
572 hours.
Well, you actually might be the winner, depending on what the numbers are here.
Joey, don't you dare try to put that. See you. See you. That doesn't count. I think you're gonna win anyway. I think you're the highest one anyway.
I'm gonna read off what I see here, and if I missed you, let me know in the chat. I see Power Mad at 420, Jeff at 8,760, Megaboy at 942. What is this? I don't know what he's typing. Is he putting? Oh, he's putting his up and down speeds. I'll take that as a guess, Megaboy. Is that your guess, Megaboy? 942. What is this? Tell me what this is. Power Mad, yeah, 420. Ty says 127. Kyle says 129. Power Mad says 420. Again, he said 3 times. Cedric says 265. Megaboy 222. Again, Megaboy is 222. Joey Pitts is 365. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. You got your second guess. Don't count. Kyle and Ty. Don't count. All right. So are we ready to announce what the number is, Drip? In 2024, the Dripper G podcast showed Minish Cap on their stream for a total number of hours. 802. I can't read.
Oh, no.
827 hours.
827.
My playtime for Minish Cap in 2024 was 827 hours.
That's just 2024?
That's just 2024, Drip.
So that doesn't count the 300 hours before that?
No.
Holy shit. That's nuts. All right. So the winner is...
Oh, man. Who is the winner?
Joey was the highest. Joey went the highest, I think. I may be wrong.
No, Power Mad. I think it's Power Mad. He says 420.
Power Mad said he doesn't want it.
Oh. Okay. But he wins. Power Mad wins at 420. Closest guess. So the next closest who gets the code.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Yeah, Power Mad said 420. Megaboy said he doesn't want to win. Power Mad wins.
Megaboy doesn't win. Megaboy says 222 hours.
Yeah, okay. So Power Mad wins.
Yes, correct. Power Mad does win. Congratulations. Waste of electricity. Are you kidding me? It's like that's using like what? How many AA batteries is that? Do you think? Because the Minish Cap ran the Game Boy Advance.
I don't know. Could you imagine?
How many double batteries did I use in the span of 827 hours?
Christ! Like you were going to Costco like every other day, like just
Power Mad,
buying like just the big packs. All right.
Yeah,
code's in there.
All y'all wrong. Even your second guesses are wrong. The fake second guess is 230 hours off still.
Yeah, code's in there. Jeeb, you have the code. Send it to him. Congratulations.
Indeed. Congratulations, Power Mad. I need to get the fuck off here. I'm yawning. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I need to get this podcast up.
I gotta go. Good show tonight. Thank you guys for sticking around. Listen, don't go anywhere. Our boy is streaming right now, and we have this set up to go right over to his stream. Oh,
what?
Mario in the chat. The actual Mario.
The Mario.
Oh, no.
Welcome.
All right, listen, guys, stick around. Stay here. We're going over to Dudes and Monsters stream. He's playing Call of Duty. You can ask him what he thinks about Call of Duty coming to the Switch and if it's going to be good or not. Stick around for that.
And by the way,
tell him we sent you.
If you guys lost, it's okay. If you're in a Discord, you get another entry. Because we're trying to give them two games
exactly
away. 2 more games copies away. So love you guys. Power Man, I'll DM you, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Later, guys.
Oh, no.